Most men over the age of 60 don't realize that the way they drink water, cues, ordinary water could be the hidden cows behind weak erections, low stamina, and decreased testosterone levels. It sounds crazy, I know. How could something so simple lead to such significant problems? But after helping thousands of men over the course of more than 25 years in clinical practice, I can confidently say that the issue is not always age. It's often your daily habits, and one of the most overlooked habits is how and when you hydrate yourself. My name is Dr. Anna. I graduated from USP. University of São Paulo, specialized in clinical nutrition, the Federal University of São Paulo. I have over 25 years of experience in men's health. I'm also a researcher in the andrology department. I've treated men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s who came to me feeling hopeless, convinced that their best years were long gone. But again and again, I've seen how small changes like improving the way they hydrate can restore energy, performance, and confidence in ways they never imagined. What if I told you even mild dehydration can make your blood thicker, slow down circulation, lower testosterone, and increase stress hormones, all of which make it harder to get and maintain erections? And what if solution isn't found in a pill, but in a glass of water used the right way? In this video, I'll share 8 science-based secrets about water and erections that older men wish they had now years ago. These are the same recommendations I give to my patients. And toward the end, I'll reveal a little-known morning technique that takes only 7 seconds and when combined with proper hydration, can boost blood flow and bedroom performance. Keep watching. These might be the most important video you'll see all year. Before we begin, if you truly want to improve your health and to gain your confidence, make sure to click the subscribe button and turn on notification bells so you don't miss out on science-backed practical tips made especially for men over 60. And if this video seems helpful, leave a comment with the number 1 if this video is helping you. If not, type 0 so I know how to better help you next time. The first thing we need to talk about is blood flow, because without it, there's no erection. What most men don't realize is that blood itself is made mostly of water. This means that even if you're just slightly dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, slower, and more difficult to circulate. And when blood doesn't flow freely, especially to areas that matter most, your ability to get and maintain a firm erection is directly impacted. Let's break this down. Water is the blood's best friend, and erections depend on blood. Let me tell you something I've learned after more than 2 decades listening to men behind closed doors. Men just like you. The number 1 complaint I hear isn't always about testosterone or libido. It's this, doctor, it just doesn't work like it used to. And 9 out of 10 times before I even look at their hormones or medications, I ask a simple question. How much water are you really drinking? Most laugh and say, I have a coffee in the morning, maybe a soda with lunch, but water, hardly any. The truth is, an erection is a hydraulic event. It's all about pressure. Blood needs to flow to the penis, fill the chambers, and stay there. But if your blood is too thick, too sluggish, or too heavy to move properly, that pressure never builds. You might feel the desire, but physically your body can't respond. Blood is more than 90% water. So even mild dehydration makes it thicker. Your heart has to work harder just to pump it. That means less oxygen, fewer nutrients delivered, and yes, less blood flow to the penis. And this isn't just me opinion. It's basic human biology. One of my patients, Carlos, a 68-year-old retired teacher, walked into me clinic in São Paulo looking defeated. He said, "Doctor, it's not working anymore. I think I'm just too old." He had accepted this as his new normal. But when I reviewed his lifestyle, he was doing almost everything right except drinking water. He had no serious illnesses, no problematic medications, just chronic dehydration. I asked him to commit to one small change: drinking water consistently throughout the day. No quick gulps. It's no forgotten bottles. Just slow and steady hydration. 2 weeks later, he came back smiling. I didn't know what changed. He said, Butete's working again. That's the power of proper hydration. It thins your blood, improves circulation, and supports all mechanisms your body depends on for performance. And it doesn't take much, just consistency. Most men don't realize it. Even mild dehydration can reduce blood volume enough to make a noticeable difference. You don't feel thirsty, but he's already slowing down. The strength of your erection weakens, your recovery time increases, and your confidence slowly starts to fade bit by bit over time. But here's what McKees does, even more serious. Your blood doesn't just carry oxygen. It also transports hormones, testosterone, nitric oxide, and essential nutrients, all of which travel through your bloodstream to reach the areas where they are needed most. If that system isn't flowing smoothly, nothing works the way it's supposed to. So the next time you feel like your body is letting you down, don't immediately blame aging. First, ask yourself, am I hydrating enough for my blood to do its job? Because this is just the beginning. Even if you are drinking enough water, there may be something else silently liquidating your performance from within. And it's even more dangerous than poor blood flow. It's related to a hormone every man needs. And what happens when your body goes into survival mode? Dehydration quietly lowers testosterone. I remember sitting across from Walter, a 72-year-old widower living alone in Rio de Janeiro. Sharp mind, clear eyes, but his energy was fading. He looked Tom and said, Doctor, I don't feel sick. I just don't feel like myself. There was no crisis, no obvious medical emergency. But something inside him had dimed, and he didn't know why. Wet talked. He wasn't on any major medications. He exercised a bit. Atwell wasn't depressed, but he felt apathetic, unmotivated, and had lost any real interest in intimacy. Behind Ital, there was a quiet fear. Maybe it's all over for me. I ran some tests. His testosterone levels were lower. Thanavaraj, not alarmingly low, but enough to explain why he felt so off. When I asked about his water intake, he admitted almost like a confession. Probably not much, to be honest. And there it was. Most men don't realize that dehydration does more than just make you tired or thirsty. It puts your entire system into survival mode. Your body starts conserving energy, protecting vital organs, regulating temperature, and maintaining blood pressure. Anything non-essential for survival, like reproduction, libido, muscle building, testosterone is pushed to the background. Testosterone isn't just about sex. It's about drive, strength, identity. It's that inner fire that makes you feel like, yeah, man. But when your body senses a lack of water, it suppresses that fire to protect itself. And the longer you stay dehydrated, the more that hormonal levels becomes your new normal, but thoughts, not all. There's another enemy dehydration brings with it. Cortisol, your main stress hormone. When you're dehydrated, cortisol levels spike. And here's the problem. Cortisol and testosterone can't dominate at the same time. When cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down. It's like a seesaw. And most men over 60 are unknowingly stuck on the wrong side. Back to Walter. He wasn't put on testosterone injections or hormone replacement therapy. Instead, I gave him something much simpler, a hydration routine. He started drinking water first thing in the morning. He carried a bottle with him all day and took small, steady sips rather than waiting to feel thirsty. He cut back on caffeine in the afternoon, avoided alcohol before bed, and tuned in to what his body wasting him. 4 weeks later, he walked into my office with a new sense of vitality. Doctor, he said, I feel a walk again. I'm laughing more. I'm even interested in meeting someone. That spark had returned, and all he did was give his body what it had been quietly asking for all along: water. The truth is, many older men are not suffering from a hormonal failure. They're suffering from long-term dehydration, and no one has ever told them. But even if you're drinking water daily, there's something most men are still doing completely wrong. And it's not about how mech, it's about how. This single mistake might be the reason your body still isn't responding the way you want it. 2. Most men drink water the wrong way. When I first started telling men that how they drink water affects their erections, honestly, most of them lawed in my face. I'll never forget Miguel, a retired 67-year-old truck driver from Minos Jerry's, a big nonsense man. He looked at me, laughed, and said, "Doctor, it's water. What should I do? Pray over it." Smiled and said, "No, Miguel, but you should respect it." And that's where most men go wrong. They think drinking water is as simple as grabbing a bottle when they feel thirsty, okay? But the truth is, by the time you feel thirsty, your body is already dehydrated. And when you gulp down a large amount all at once, especially cold water, your body can absorb it properly. Instead of hydrating your cells, that water quickly passes through your system, overworks your kidneys, and flushes out valuable minerals. It's like dumping a bucket of water on a dry sponge. It doesn't absorb. It just spills off the sides. Your body prefers consistency. It wants small sips of water throughout the day. This keeps blood volume stable, regulates your nervous system, and helps maintain hormonal balance. Even the way you sit matters. Drinking water while seated instead of standing or walking activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest mode, which allows better absorption. Here's something most men have never heard. Even letting the water mix with your saliva for a few seconds before swallowing helps your body process it more effectively. It's an ancient practice backed by modern science. Miguel was skeptical but agreed to give it a try. He stopped drinking ice-cold water straight from the fridge and started drinking room-temperature water slowly throughout the day. He sat down to drink and began paying attention to when his body needed water instead of ignoring it until he felt dry. 3 weeks later, he called my office. "Doctor," he said, "I don't know what kind of magic this is, but I feel stronger, not just in bed, but overall. This isn't magic. It's physiology. When you respect that your body wants to receive water, it rewards you with better circulation, more stable energy, sharper focus, and stronger erections. It's not about drinking more. It's about drinking smarter." Most older men were never taught this. They assume hydration isn't about quantity. But the quality of how you hydrate makes all the difference. Think of your body like a classic engine. You wouldn't flood it with fuel all at once and expect it to run smoothly. You'd feed it slowly, carefully, and consistently. Your body works the same way. But here's the catch. Even if you're drinking water the right way, you're likely still doing things throughout the day that cancel out all your hard work. Small habits that seem harmless but are silently draining water from your system and sabotaging your progress. There's nothing more frustrating than doing everything right and still not seeing rests. I see this all the time with my older patients. Men who commit to drinking more water, changing habits, and really trying to care for themselves to come back weeks later saying, "Doctor, I feel a bit better, but not as much as I hoped." That's exactly what happened with Enrique, a 74-year-old retired pilot who followed all my hydration tips perfectly. He took slow sips, avoided cold water, drank while seated. He did everything I asked. But when he sat across from me for his follow-up appointment, he looked puzzled. "Doctor, I expected more." So let's take a closer look at the rest of his routine. What we found were small daily choices that seemed harmless, but in reality were working against him, like many men. Enrique started his mornings with a strong cup of coffee. Later in the day, he enjoyed a glass of wine with dinner. After eating a juicy orange or a few slices of watermelon, he will drink a large glass of water. No niaf. This seemed like a problem until Will looked at it from a hydration perspective. Caffeine and alcohol are diuretics. That means they actually pull water out of your system, increasing urine production and leaving you more dehydrated than you think. You might believe you're replenishing fluids with water. But if you drink it after caffeine or alcohol, you're only trying to catch up and never quite getting there. Then there's the issue of timing. Drinking water immediately after eating water-rich fruits like oranges, grapes, or melons can dilute your digestive enzymes and cause bloating. When that happens, your body becomes less efficient at absorbing nutrients, and your water intake loses part of its benefit. Even something as innocent as drinking too much water too quickly. What we call overhydration can flush out key minerals like sodium, magnesium, and potassium. These minerals are essential for nerve function, muscle contractions, and yes, even your sexual response. Once Sanrik understood this, we made a few small adjustments. He began spacing Othis water intake more intentionally. Drinking before meals instead of after fruit, slightly reducing his coffee and wine intake, and adding a pinch of sea salt to his morning glass of water to help retain essential electrolytes. Within a few days, he told me, "Doctor, it's like my body finally got the massage. I feel balanced. I feel like I'm working with my body instead." Against it. Sometimes the solution is doing more. It's eliminating these subtle things that silently sabotage your efforts. Once you remove those hidden mistakes, the benefits of hydration begin to work in your favor. Almost like flipping a switch inside O. Now, I want to share a simple 7-second morning habit that works in harmony with proper hydration to unlock real and lasting performance. Over the years, I've come to believe that the first few minutes of your day can shape everything from your energy to your mindset and how your body functions, especially after 60. Those early moments matter more than ever. And while hydration is the foundation, there's a simple habit I share with my patients that takes everything to the next level. It only takes 7 seconds, and when done consistently, can awaken something inside you that may have been dormant for years. Gilberto. One of my longtime patients was 71 when he came to see me. He had followed his hydration plan religiously, drinking room temperature water spaced throughout the day, avoiding cold drinks, steering clear of dehydration triggers, and it helped. His energy improved. His mood was brighter, but something was still missing. He said, "Doctor, I feel good, but not great, like I'm almost there." That's when I taught him the 7-second morning trick. It's not complicated and doesn't require any special equipment. Just you, your breath, and your intention. The technique is simple. Slow, deep inhalation through the nose, holding it for a few seconds, and then gently exhaling through the nose. Again, what this does is stimulate the release of nitric oxide, a natural molecule your body produces that acts like a switch for blood flow. It tells your blood vessels to relax and open up, allowing more oxygen-rich blood to reach every part of your body, including the one you're probably thinking of right now. Most men over 60 have declining levels of nitric oxide. It's one of the reasons Shui. Blood flow weakens with age. Even a fewer heart is still strong. But with just a few intentional breaths each morning, right after your first glass of water, you can activate this system and boost your circulation. It's gentle, natural, and works with your body, not against it. Gilberto was skeptical at first. "Doctor, how is breathing going to fix anything?" he asked. I smiled and said, "Just give it 2 weeks," and headed. 2 weeks later, he came in looking lighter, as if a weight had been lifted off his shoulders. "Doctor," he said, "I didn't know how to explain it, but my body feels like it remembers how to function again. It's what this is really about. It's not about becoming someone you're not. It's about helping your body remember who you've always been." This video was helpful for you. Leave a like and share it with someone who might benefit from this information. Next week, I'll reveal the complete 21-day protocol that combines this technique with specific exercises to boost your results even more. Till the next video, this is Dr. Datana. Just a reminder, vitality has no age, just needs the right